Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mark. In this video, I wanted to share a message that I received from my guide, my main guide, regarding the reality we're experiencing, the chaos, the darkness, just really this feeling of kind of hopelessness, right? What the heck's going on? So if you have not already, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I release new videos. So it seems like we're living in a reality that is really unreal, right? You look back, 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, we never would have been able to anticipate what's going on right now. It just seems like everything's kind of been turned upside down and feels really crappy, doesn't it, at times? Well, I was communicating with my guide recently, and he shared some wisdom with me that really made a lot of sense. And deep down, we know this, but I just wanted to bring it forward for you guys. We're in a situation now where we essentially are causing the chaos. Okay. The more light that we ground, the more the chaos, the density it's going to rise. It's going to come up to be felt. And our ego sees this craziness, this chaos around the world, regardless of what side you may be on or people around you may be on, medically, politically, whatever it may be. We feel and experience chaos at this moment in time. Now, the fact that we are grounding our light really created the scenario that we're experiencing right now. The light is shining into the darkness, and the darkness is essentially dissolving. Okay, this dense energy is dissolving in the light. Now, as beings that are here to go through the ascension process, we have the amazing opportunity to experience that process. That's why we're here. So if it went all love and light, we wouldn't have the opportunity to experience that. So we came into this density where this dense energy has been operating in unconscious for eons. It's now becoming conscious. So we're feeling within ourselves these dense emotions, anger, maybe fear. A big one right now is that somebody externally is trying to control us and take away valid decisions about our sovereignty that we have every right to make. So these are the kind of things that we're feeling. These are emotions that are coming forward, and it's supported by the what we're seeing in reality. Now, when we take a step back and we fall into our light, into our divineness, and align with our higher self, we can look at this objectively and say, okay, we have now separated. Our light is shining on these shadows, so we're able to experience it. And with that, we have to fall back in and trust. And that's the main message that my guide was telling me. He was saying, you have to trust on the process. He did say that things are going to appear to get worse, far worse. We're moving into a situation where there's so much light coming into the planet right now, grounding through us, that a lot of this density is coming up all at once. So, of course, things are going to feel very, very hectic, very heavy. It's going to be weighing on us. We're going to feel like we're losing our choice, our free will. These are all illusions. Okay. There is a dissolving structure happening right now. He also mentioned something interesting to me, that the structure, the power structure that is dissolving right now was put in place by us. Again, part of that experience, making a choice to be unconscious of the energy and turning away from the energy and identifying with reality, set up this very dualistic, polarizing planet that we've been living in for a long, long, long time. So we now, as we're becoming aware and we're becoming conscious, are starting to let go of these patterns and these power structures. The feeling of the lack of control, the feeling that we're just kind of, under the control of some sort of a power, Okay, so maybe some sort of an evilness or something bad that just doesn't resonate with us. Well, the fact that that is becoming known, it's rising up, it's becoming known to us in our awareness. We're getting a sense of these stronger, dense emotions with us are coming up to be felt. Okay, so it's the function of the light coming in, the grounding of the light, the embodying our higher selves that is dissolving these structures. So as they leave, they come up to be recognized. Again, we're just having so much of it rise up at once. So what do we do? What do you do about it? Do we submit? Do we give in? Do we make decisions maybe that don't feel right to us just because we don't want to have to feel ostracized? Okay. Maybe we decide to follow the crowd. What do we do in this situation? Well, what we need to do is to create space and anchor in, ground our light and align with our higher self using our tools, our breath work, our meditation, things like that, and trust. Okay, we have to let go. We have to trust that what we're seeing is a power structure, a density, a dense energy that is being transmuted, and it has come up and risen. There are a lot of people on this planet, a lot of souls that are still unconscious, and they're identifying with what they're being told, what they're being shown. And that is helping to kind of give life to this density. Okay. It's opposite of what we're doing as light workers. It's anchoring this density in. But as my Pleiadian guide said to me a while back, the light has won. It just has to be played out on the 3D timeline. Okay, so we're in the process of allowing that to play out, which means we have to do our part and stay aligned. Remember that grid, the matrix around the planet, the light workers lighting up and connecting? That's what's happening. We need to do our part. We need to anchor in. Okay, and we need to remember that everything we're experiencing here is energy. Okay, it's energy. So let's start to see it as such. When we're experiencing something or see something in our reality, if you happen to catch something on the news, and it triggers something within you, it's an energy that is rising for you to transmute. Okay. And that's what's happening. The more we do that, the more light we're going to anchor. Again, it's going to bring up more darkness to be felt, to be seen. We can lead the way through that process. We could be the light that shines in the darkness for many people just by being calm, being anchored, and remaining aligned. And we do that by using our tools, our breath work, again, meditation, yoga, integrative yoga, things like that. Very, very powerful. Remember, my guide reminded me about this too. The video I did back in, it was November or December, the message I got, 1421, the vision I got, 1421, did a little research and realized that that was related to the story of Moses and parting the Red Sea in the Bible. And I am not a religious person. I was looking and I was kind of led through synchronicities to that story in the Bible. That is what we're experiencing. Wasn't sure exactly what it referred to back when I received the message, but as I've talked about in other videos, a lot of times the meaning comes through later. Now, is that the meaning, what we're experiencing now with all this chaos and craziness? A lot of us are feeling like we're being compressed, being pushed into a situation that just we don't agree with, feeling like we don't have control over our own sovereignty, things like that. At this point in time, that 1421 message of just the evil coming up behind you and the feeling that squeeze, and then the sea parting and moving forward and everything turning out perfectly, it could possibly relate to the scenario we're feeling right now with what's going on in the world. So let me know what you think with a comment below. It's definitely a very, very powerful time, but when we are in these powerful times and we're feeling this darkness, we don't need to look for the light, guys. We are the light. That's all you have to remember. We are the light. Okay. There is no life. There is no death. It's all this stuff you're reading or hearing about is nonsense. Okay. It is purely a 3D manifestation of energy, of denser energy that is coming up to be transmuted. Remember that. Okay. So if we could stay aligned in that frequency, not only are we going to suffer a lot less because we're not going to be identifying with these emotions in the collective that are coming up, but we're going to become those beacons of light, those lighthouses that are going to be available to light the way for those who are starting to awaken. There's a lot of people out there that are starting to say enough is enough. Something isn't right. And that means that they are starting to tune in and feel their higher self. So we become available, we anchor our energy in, and we become the beacons. We become the higher self so that they have an opportunity to see their soul as a reflection coming from us. So if you guys are experiencing this, leave a comment below. I know it's a really wild time, nothing like we've ever thought could have happened. Craziness, but it's why we're here. That is why we're here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you have any groups and things like that that you think this video might help, individuals in those groups, please share it. I would greatly appreciate it. So until next time, guys, love and light.